Hello, everyone. This is Doug Nelson with Rotary District 6490. And I have with me this evening, Jose Vicente Caixeta Filho. Did I do that
That's very
somewhat
good.
close?
That's very good. That's
Uh,
almost perfect.
well, Jose, could you, so you are now with us in Champaign-Urbana in the
Yeah.
United States. Tell us in what capacity and what brings you here.
Yeah. Doug, first, thank you for the opportunity to say a bit of my experience. I came to Urbana Champaign to teach a course. I'm teaching a course here about logistics for agricultural products. And I'm doing this because I got a scholarship from Lehman Center, and I became a distinguished visiting professor here until the end of the year.
Oh, that's awesome. And I understand there is a Rotary connection here and something that leads back to the late 1980s, if I'm not mistaken, and another scholarship. Tell me about that.
Yes, I feel very proud and thankful to Rotary Foundation because everything started with this contact. I was in Brazil by that time, and I applied for what they call Rotary Ambassador Scholarship.
Yes.
I tried once, didn't get, and second time I got the scholarship.
Uh,
And then they assigned, the Rotary Foundation assigned the country that you should go,
mhm.
and the selected country was Australia. It was a
Mm.
surprise for me, and I stayed 1987 in Armidale. Armidale, 20,000 people, but it's among the 10 most populated cities in Australia with
Wow.
20,000 people. And I was doing a type of work that was conducted by the Royal Commission into Grain Handling, Storage, and Transportation, together with University of New England. University of New England is located in Armidale, and my, my contact with agriculture and more deeply with mathematical models started by that time.
Yeah. So, I have a question about that, Jose. So you said it's a little bit like youth exchange where the young people don't know which country they're going to, so you didn't know which country. Do you think they matched you to find the right academic environment for your interests, or how do you know how that worked?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, I remember we had to select five universities
uh,
and maximum three countries.
I
So
see.
I selected United States, England, and Australia because of the English language. And then the Rotary Foundation selected Australia, perhaps because of the more similarities to Brazil and
Yes.
things like that, probably.
Yeah. So interesting. Oh my gosh, what an experience that must have been.
Yeah,
As
I remember very well. Uh, Armidale, for a Brazilian pattern, it's a very small city,
yes.
20,000 people. And for sure, I was the only South American living in the city. So
uh,
I had to expose myself to
yeah.
a lot of things, and this was very good.
Yeah.
And always with the I don't know, security, the safety behind through the Rotary clubs. I gave a lot of speeches in the Rotary clubs of the region of Armidale. And in a way, I felt myself as a real ambassador.
Yes, that's so great to hear you say that, because in that program, you're in a new environment, in a new country, in a whole new educational program. To have a home, a connection through Rotary, I think that's something that it's really great to hear that you had that connection with the local Rotary clubs in that area, so that you had a resource should you feel a little lost at some point.
Yeah. And I also remember, like, we have a family to host
Uh-huh.
us. Uh, I remember the names, Mick Duncan and Margaret Duncan, a couple. Uh, and Mick was a very well experimented guy in Rotary. And I remember some first words of him towards my
Uh-huh.
initial experience. He said, "Look, you are graduate. We are not going to be your dad, your mom. You feel free. You feel free to do what you need to do, and if you have some difficulty, just let us know."
Yes.
And this was very good.
Yeah. Again, just having that resource, knowing that there's someone to turn to if you needed them, is really, really good. So you were there for, is it 1 year that study was?
Yeah, yeah. The scholarship is originally for 1 year, but in the middle of the way, I decided to take a master's course in
Mm.
economics, and this would last 2 years.
Uh-oh.
So I worked very hard during the holidays.
Yeah.
I tried to save some money because I had to pay the university. So this extra year, eight, I could finish my master's there.
Wow. Wow. And then what an opportunity. And then you went, did you go back to Brazil after that, Jose?
Yes, then I went back to Brazil. I was working in São Paulo city.
Mhm.
That's a big city, 20 million people.
Mhm.
So after the experience in 20,000
20,000 to
inhabitants,
20 million. Oh boy.
I thought, no, it's time to change. And then I applied for a position in University of Sao Paulo that has a branch of agriculture
Uh-huh.
exactly in my hometown.
Huh.
And that was a very big coincidence. I, thanks to Rotary Foundation, I got the experience and I could be back to my hometown where my girlfriend was waiting for me to get married. My parents were very happy to see me back again. And I started my academic career. And I think I did all right during my academic career.
Oh my goodness. What a wonderful story. What a wonderful story. And then, um, so do I understand this is the second time that you have visited Champaign-Urbana? Is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, that's correct. I was here in 2016 for 1 year as
Oh,
a postdoctoral researcher, and together with my son, he was finishing his undergrad in economics, and he took some courses here. And during that time, I met some people, very good friends that I still keep. And now I'm back here, and the feeling is very interesting because I really think that I'm still at home. They feel my they make me feel so comfortable in the things that I have to do. This is very nice.
Yes, well, let me add my voice to the welcome home. You know, it's so great on so many accounts. The story is so wonderful, just with the Rotary providing, you know, a spark and an opportunity for you, and then how you seized that opportunity and again spoke to Rotary clubs and were truly not just a student, not just a scholar, but an ambassador, and you're doing it again,
Yes,
you
again,
know.
again, and that's interesting because I have to emphasize that, and it's from the heart. Everything in my academic career starts with Rotary Foundation. You mentioned this spark. It was a very real spark for everything that could happen, and it happened very nicely.
Wow. You know, I think it's so good. I think for all of us to know, you know, many of us, you know, we give to the foundation, but to hear your voice, to see how that money, uh, I think at one point they said we take dollars and make real change, you know,
Yes,
and to see the impact that it has had on
yes,
your life and how you are giving back both
yes,
both in Brazil and now here, and making a difference in the lives of the students
yeah,
that you touch, and in all of us, you know, Rotary members as well, to know that in our Rotary family we have people like yourself. That is just such a wonderful, wonderful feeling.
and that's interesting because I don't know, it's almost 50 years. Uh, but I'm still being invited in Brazil, especially, to give speeches about my experience as a Rotary scholar,
Mhm.
my life in Australia. And I feel very happy, very proud again to do that.
Yeah, and you know that again, that reflects well on Rotary, and thank you so much for again consistently all these years later being truly an ambassador, not just in sharing the gift you were giving, but shining a light on the organization that provided that gift for you. That's great. And I hope, Jose, that people watching this might be intrigued enough to, if possible, before you go back, that maybe a few Rotary clubs would love to have you come and speak to them and talk about that experience.
Yeah, I will be very open to that. And my word for the candidates for this type of scholarship, that's a very big and nice opportunity. And sometimes even the Rotarian people are not so aware
Yes,
of this type of scholarship. This is very interesting. We have to announce, to share that this can be nice for a lot of things, including the ambassadorial role of the scholar.
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, this has been so delightful. I hope this conversation will continue. And I really do hope that people watching will think about having you come and speak a little bit more about your experience. But this was such a gift. Thank you so much for taking the time tonight to do this.
Thank you for the invitation.
Uh,